Good afternoon, everyone. This is J-Kid, the Otographer for the Ministry of Otaku, 14-year veteran of the anime convention scene of the DC metropolitan area. I will not be attending BloodCon 2021 due to their strict mask mandate and the Cron-Chan woke policies. I'm skipping out because I will not be covering the convention because I refuse to attend a convention that is more dystopian than normal, when we need complete normalcy. If you have not already, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. Leave a comment and share this video. That also helps a lot. I'm almost to 900 subscribers, and if I get to 1,000 subscribers by early next month, that would be wonderful. Now here's the update for the BloodCon 2021 cosplay drama that I have covered last week. For those who do not know, a Caucasian white cosplayer who attended BloodCon 2021 won the cosplay contest, beating out two cosplayers who were Black American. The cosplay contest and the convention, even though it focused on Black Americans, was open to everyone regardless of skin color and skill. She won because, as per their rules, at least 80% of the cosplay was contestant made, and it has to be made by the person. She made her costume 100% by herself. Also, the rules state they are looking on how well the cosplay is. When the announcement of the winner came, the attendees of BloodCon went mad and angry that a Black American was not the winner, claiming that she invaded a safe space for Black American anime fans and cosplayers, even though the convention was openly advertised as the first convention of the summer. Let me tell you straight up, I've attended BloodCon in 2007 and 2019, and I would have no objection to anyone that wasn't Black American to come to this convention. These people would have supported the Artist Alley, the Dealers Room, and ultimately their convention, because attendance is attendance and money is money. And they had panels focused on Black Americans and nerd culture, and they would have been given a different perspective. And because when it comes to anime conventions, I don't care about their color of the skin. I only care about the content of their character, not their skin color, as Martin Luther King has taught Americans many years, and America has operated this way despite all of their faults until the racial hysteria of 2020 began in May. And now, due to the result of this culture change that happened in the last 18 months, despite the fact that she won fair and square, despite the fact that one of the cosplayer guest attendees and judges explained her decision, the cosplay contest winner decided to step down, give up the first prize award, and apologize. Now, stepping down is fine. Giving the award to someone else is fine, but apologizing for winning fair and square and for entering the contest the right way, she should not have done that. That is something that no one should do, because that is bending the knee to those who have been harassing you, these identitarians. No one should do that, because if you apologize, the harassment will still continue to the point where anyone can be ran out of the scene permanently. And I think the real reason why she was harassed and given death threats through Facebook and Twitter, and as you know, death threats are illegal in the United States, you can actually go to jail for them. And if I was her, I would report the threats to local police instead of bending the knee. But again, I think the real reason why she was harassed and getting death threats through Facebook is because of that. They think that she invaded a safe space. But in reality, the convention was wide open. It was open. Anyone could go in. Despite the fact they had a mask mandate and a vaccine mandate that no one actually enforced, despite their virtue signaling, and despite me filing a complaint about the fact that it does not give any exemptions for those who have been who cannot medically wear a mask. Terrible. Now, how do I find out about this development? It was by mistake through one cosplayer named Lady Tora. And Lady Tora was virtue signaling and virtue shaming me and being hysterical about me complaining about the fact that all 3 major conventions in the DC area have been posting COVID woke policies. And hysterical about me not attending this year's OCon due to their strict mask mandate. And through my Twitter page at Ministry of Otaku, the importance of going back to normal and moving on. Even though I tried to address her hysteria, she doubled down and then demanded more, and then shamed me for attending and covering Anime Matsuri because of Vic. Seriously. Seriously. Why would anyone be hysterical about anyone attending Anime Matsuri? It was completely open. No mask mandates, no hygiene fear. It was back to normal. And she's angry at me covering it because of Vic. And another thing, please do not contact Lady Tora. Please don't contact Lady Tora. Because she will consider any form of contact harassment. Now when I check out his profile, her Twitter front page, she is a massive virtue signaler. Normal people don't do this. They don't show how what their vaccination says, or tell people go get facts, go do this, go do that. I've seen so many people's personalities changed to conform to this lockdown culture, this pandemic culture, this lockdown culture. Most people don't act like this. They look normal and act normal. Twitter is full of people who are terminally online and live on likes and retweets and don't want to live in a real world. But I will move on from there. Now, this is Lady Tora's retweet and quote tweet of announcement by FTO Nerd Talk. So I found yesterday that BloodCon officially named a new winner after the girl who won the first time apologized and then returned her prizes and stepped down. You can read her apology here, which is really a big mistake. You should not apologize for doing something that you've done right. Now the thread continues. As I said before, I have no right to say what can or can't happen in black spaces since I'm a white woman. It is not up to people like me to accept her apology. I can only speak for myself. So improv, I will not enter a contest at a convention dedicated to black people. Everyone at the con had the right to be angry with what happened, and I won't deny that happened. Well, here's the problem. The convention rules made very clear that it was open to everyone regardless of skill or skin color. My only issue was non-cosplayers criticizing how bigger cosplayers didn't win, and these same people were saying death threats to the other girl. Constant says death threats are not okay. That's the only thing I can agree with Lady Tora. Going forward, I hope this doesn't happen again. Well, here's the problem. We have something called the United States Civil Rights Act, which prohibits discrimination based on skin color, or race, or color of their skin, or nationality, or sex, or gender. Unfortunately, it's going to happen again. Now, here's the actual tweet from FTO Nerd Talk. So this just happened. Source BloodCon announcement. The BloodCon Cosplay Contest winner receives a cast award trophy and for the first time a slot as one of our 2022 cosplay guests. Kiwi in the new winner is Kiwi Ninamori. Let's all welcome her as the 2021-2022 first place winner. And that's her. And believe it or not, these are just previous photos from her previous conventions. One of them from Ocon, one of them from Capsicon. And this was the winner of the cosplay contest. Nightshade 94, 26-year-old cosplayer. It's a shame she apologized because she did everything right. Now the new winner of the cosplay contest, her costumes are well designed. Well designed. But anyway, here's the actual apology message. I need to address the BloodCon situation. First, I want to apologize for not doing so sooner and preparing to avoid the situation. am dealing with a family emergency. I was also waiting to hear back from BloodCon themselves about their own statement. I'm actually in the process of returning the prizes, and I stepped down. I'm sorry for centering myself in a space that was not mine to do so. Here's the problem. You entered the convention, and it was in an open space, regardless of skin color or gender. It's perfectly okay. I wouldn't mind if a Caucasian white woman or a Caucasian white man won the contest. You won fair and square. Moving on. There has been plenty of people who have said I should have read the room and not entered, despite my friends encouraging me to do so. And they are 100% right. I'm a grown adult and should have thought about how my perspective could take away from a cosplayer who is black, who might be overlooked in other spaces. I'll be honest, my intention was never to enter and win anything. Believe me, seeing the other cosplays doing prejudging, I did not generally think I stood a chance against any of them. All I ever hoped to gain was entering was notes on how to improve my construction techniques. And yes, I recognize that I should have stepped down sooner and more importantly not enter at all. Well, here's the thing, you have a right to enter. You won the contest. You won fair and square. You should not step down. You should not apologize. I mean, it's okay to give the prize to another person, but to apologize for entering and winning a contest, that is a big mistake. The judges are the ones who made the decision on who won, and I greatly respect all their opinions, and I am so thankful that they thought my cosplay was well made enough to even consider winning. That being said, it all boils down to I enter a contest as a white woman at BloodCon. I took the opportunity away from a black cosplayer. It's simple as that. No, you didn't. You won fair and square. You made your costume. It was 100% made by you. You won fair and square. You didn't take anything away. You won fair and square. I'm sorry for explaining in space. No. You should not apologize. That is a big mistake. You should not be sorry for winning a contest that you won using their rules. I am sorry for explaining in space. I shouldn't have, and I know I have no one to blame for that mistake but myself. I am also sorry to all the people I have hurt in the process. You didn't hurt anyone. You didn't hurt anyone. I know no amount of apologies can fix for what I've done, but I'm truly deeply sorry. And seriously, no matter how much you deeply sorry, no matter how much you say you're sorry, it won't be enough. They're going to keep harassing you out of the cosplay scene. Seriously. Christ. That is a big mistake. That's a big mistake to apologize. That's the last thing you should do. She made a horrible mistake in apologizing. And this will create a precedent where any cosplay contest winner can be forced to step down with enough harassment and death threats. If the person has the wrong skin color, if the person does not match the skin color of the person who is cosplaying, or for any minor reason. I mean, seriously, she should have kept the first prize. She could have kept the prize and her award. And she'll be subject to even more harassment for even daring to enter. And when it comes to people who have that mentality, who actually perform that harassment, it's never enough. And it will never be enough until she is driven from the cosplay and convention scene for good. Now, there are plenty of people who actually made made comments. Made some comments to that apology message. Now, Bat says, I feel more fault lies in the judges. Sure, she shouldn't have entered to begin with, but she didn't proclaim herself the winner, which they would take accountability, but given the track record, they probably won't, shaking my head. Gerald says, now hearing this from her POV, that's made this entire situation so much worse. No, she didn't. The contestant won, and that's explained the rules. Milliken says, your friends set you up. You shouldn't have even went, even if they invite you. I wouldn't mind if anyone came to BloodCon, because for me, it's a multicultural convention, even though it's dedicated for Black Americans. Attendance is attendance, and money is money. What happened to actual racial diversity? Everett says, 1, your friends set you up the entire fuck up. 2, you shouldn't have the sense not to go. 3, fuck you LL them judges. Seriously? Hydra made a same message saying you didn't need to apologize or step down. It was open to everyone, and you were the winner. I agree with Hydra. It was open to everyone, regardless of skill and race. What's wrong with people? Now, Ever says, shut up, you stupid racist B, and focus on ironing your wrinkly dress from spray Halloween. You only apologizing because you got caught. I mean, seriously, she made the costume herself. My Fire Demon says, nope, stop it. You didn't need to apologize or step down. It was an open contest and you won. That's not your fault. Joelson says, this cosplayer is apologizing for being declared the winner of a contest her friend told her to enter. The QTs of this, or occultists of this are dumb. The whole thing is appalling, and this girl is taking the brunt of it. Jason says, nah, keep your prize, because you earn it. I'm starting wondering if folks want segregation. Come out and say it, and stop the fake woke BS. Ruin Smetzy says, I shut the fuck up. You won, be proud. Don't let these be-made murderers boo you because you won and they did. It's not your fault. It'll never be your fault. They talk all that shit about being included, but don't want to include anyone, so I say fuck them all. I agree. Seriously. You won. All this talk about inclusion is a virtue signal. When it comes to actual inclusion, they all complain and whine. They should be happy that at least you should be happy that a Caucasian woman actually won or entered the cosplay contest. I would be happy. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't care. Spire says, keep the prize. You earned it. Queer UD says, this ain't cheap. The mistake here was bending the knee. You failed at life. That I agree. Never apologize for something you have done legally. That you have followed the rules. RC Scott says, you earned the prize. Don't bend the knee to those parasites. Fuck them. Rainbow Dog Unicorn says, you don't need to apologize or step down because you did earn the prize and it wasn't a big deal where you was at BloodCon because it's a con. That I agree. It is an anime convention. It doesn't matter your skin color, a race, national background, sexuality, gender. Doesn't matter which difference it is. It's a convention. Cosplay should be for everyone, and it can be for everyone. The woman proves it. The Black Americans that cosplayed at a contest proved it. Seriously, what's wrong with people? Now, conservative mind says, how the hell is this not seen as condescending to anyone who isn't white? I took an opportunity away from a black cosplayer. It was simple as that. Did she steal opportunity? Did she cheat? Buy off the judges? What? Are black people unable to compete with white people? Black people are able to compete with white people. And that white woman did not cheat. She did not bought off the judges. She did not steal opportunity. She just saw the opportunity and took advantage of it. like anyone would. I mean, everyone else would. And seriously, and there were plenty of quote tweets from that apology message. I could not comment them all of them, but way it looks like it, most people would have been offended of the fact that the winner of the cosplay contest, whose name is Knight, I'll call her Knight, bent the knee and apologized. She should have just gave away the prize, stepped down, and said nothing. And he should not apologize. She won the contest fair and square. Now, I'm the only one doing this update because even though Hero Ray actually covered the news story, he missed this update. And this update sends a very dangerous precedent where any cosplayer can be forced to step down through harassment for anything at this point. The cosplay community has radically changed since the great lockdowns and the racial hysteria of May 2020. And it's for the worse. Seriously, it's time for me someday to talk sense to the cosplay and anime convention community. Because if no one is talking about this, if no one is calling this out for what it is, harassment, actual harassment, it's going to continue until something horrible happens. And I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, oh boy, we're going to see a lot of permanent changes. And I don't think I will ever belong to the anime convention community if that happens. Now, I have just discovered from a commentary from my initial video on BloodCon's 2021 contest named Clandestine Wonders, informing me that while white attendees actually won the cosplay contest 3 times, when a black person won the contest once. I did some investigation. Throughout all BloodCon's history, there was only one mixed-race person that won in 2017, named Su Yang. One black person in 2019, named Coco Sugar Cosplay, whose Twitter account has since been deactivated, and a white cosplayer in 2018, whose identity is unknown. There was no uproar when a white cosplayer won in 2018. It's undeniably clear that in 2020, during the great lockdowns and the racial hysteria that happened in May 2020, there was a definite culture change that made it unacceptable for anyone that is white to enter any space that is dominated by black Americans. And I'm very disturbed by this. That we're facing Neo-Segregation. That goes against our culture. That goes against what Martin Luther King has told us. And seriously, I feel very great disturbance in the anime convention scene. Especially when you have some conventions actually supporting BLM. Especially ConnectiCon. I mean, very disturbing. I want no part of the. I want definitely no part of the anime convention scene. And I would definitely want no part. I would definitely not attend BloodCon 2022 if they want to promote Neo-Segregation in that convention. Because as soon as they promote Neo-Segregation in any anime convention, I'm done. I'm not attending it. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to cover it to expose the fact that their Neo-Segregation tactic in these anime conventions won't work in the long run. So again, this is J Kid signing out. I hope you have a good day or evening. seriously, this culture change has to be called out as it is. Neo-Segregation. And it goes against everything we know about anime conventions and cosplay. Cosplay should be for everyone, regardless of your skin color.